Just what do you think about the group last week? Obviously, had to shake it up a little bit. It seemed like they performed well.
Yeah, we took some strides in the right direction last week. The receivers did a tremendous job with some of their blocks they made in terms of, things that go on given plays where people, don't really realize what's taking place as far as the overall picture. Marquez North makes some great catches, but he had a tremendous block outside on the edge on the one run that Marlon Lane had. So it was really a group effort. There were some strides made by us. It's definitely one for us to build on. For what we've done as of late, that was definitely something positive to draw from the game was doing the things we did that way. And then, of course, Josh, Dobbs, helping making us right at times when we were wrong. And, that's huge. So definitely something to build on.
What did you like from the guys you had individually, Brett Kendrick, Kyler moving to left guard?
Brett's improved for sure from Arkansas State to last weekend. And, I think he played a lot faster. He was, not worried about making some mistakes as usually some guys playing first time tend to do and so forth. So he played at the level he's been practicing at, which has been pretty dang good. So there were some things that was definitely positive for, the way he played. Kyler at guard is, something that, he's, better at and stronger at. And for his physical and size and stature that way, that was something that favors him. And he did some things a lot better. Jacob Gillum played 83 snaps, and, I think there was times where he did some things well. He got back more into the routine of game play, and against them, and that opponent allowed, there were some opportunities where he gained some confidence in his overall mental state of mind of exactly where he's at physically and all. He took some positive steps.
When you said that was a game to kind of, or a performance to kind of build on, how much did your guys maybe need to see some results, need to see some positive numbers just after the past
It was huge. It's been such a tough go week in and week out with the things that have been happening, the results that have been taking place. The come to work every day and it's kind of a beat down, and come to practice every day and it's, and not so much the approach, but just the feeling of, are we ever going to, as we said, we keep digging, we keep scratching and clawing, and some positive results are going to happen, for us. And for that reason, I was happy because I've been saying all along how hard they've been working as a group, and would they ever, get a chance to see some of that work pay off, and it did. So, that was good to have happen for them. Still, the loss is something that, without a doubt is not acceptable. So by no means is that anything that we're saying was okay, but it was from a unit standpoint, there were some things to draw from.
Since those guys seem to do some good things, how do you balance with guys coming back from injuries? How do you balance that?
It's one in that, your performance and how you practice and all those things determine how much you're going to play. And, the thing is, at the start of this season, I said to the group, look, we're going to have to count on each and every one of us at some point in time throughout the season. I didn't necessarily think it was going to turn out like this, but from a competitive standpoint, I wanted it to be that, and so it's been that way the last 2 days in practice. And there's guys that are playing more. There's guys that in a given series, if I feel like, hey, so and so, may need to come out, and so and so can go in, then we can do that. Sometimes linemen, especially the offense, feel like that 5 is the only 5 that's going to play and it's never going to change. And they feel like, well, they'll never, I say they'll never come out, but they tend to stay in for the continuity and so forth. Well, now we have some guys where if there's a guy that needs to come out, we can do that.
Do you sense more confidence in this group in the last couple of days based on Saturday's performance?
Again, I do. I do from the standpoint of, again, working on particular plays of the run game and some things in the protections and so forth where I think, the package has grown for us for some things that we're doing. And I think that having that happen last week, their approach is, like I say, fun. I don't know if that's exactly the right word, but they're looking forward to improve and build on. So, there's a different feeling in the room, different bounce in their step, and we've been through a heck of a grind right now with the opponents we've played, the stretch we've been on, and having an open date coming up, it's more of a mental break coming up as much as it is physical. And I think that's the toll it's taken on a lot of the guys on the team. It's just a reality. I mean, each week you're getting up for the opponents that you're playing and the quality opponents and the intensity and the mental state. It's coming at the right time.
With Coleman's helmet, how is he looking just in terms of health for Saturday?
He's moving around well. It's progressing. It's just the healing process and so forth. He's being very, like all of them with the way they've approached practice and meetings and so forth. He's working hard at getting better each and every day. So we just take it one day at a time. Thank goodness it's a night game. So that's even that much more time for rehab and rest.
When you look at the giving up only 2 sacks, I think it was last week, was that a product of some better protection up front, or was that a quarterback who can run a little bit better? Was that a combination of things? How did you kind of see that?
It was both. It was Josh Dobbs having the ability to do some things to, again, sometimes that there's lines out there that do a great job, and there's a running back that's good, and then sometimes there's a great running back out there, and there's linemen that aren't very good, and we use the term "make us right when we're wrong." Well, Josh a couple of times made us right. All right, when we were wrong, by his legs and some things that he did. I'll also say that we had the ability to do well on first down. Where we've struggled the last couple of weeks is where on first down, 2nd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and that's where that put ourselves to a disadvantage, let alone sometimes in a hostile environment like we'll see this week. First down being very important, and we won on that for the most part, which gave ourselves a chance with having the ability to throw and run on some third down, manageable downs. So it was a combination of both, but I did see some things where guys did some things protection better, and that, again, that was another part to build on. But definitely excited about the run game, the protection part. We got to keep working.
You're talking about the first downs. Is it sort of the same deal? I know there have been a lot of times this year where y'all kind of showed up, first play in the red zone or get to the 30, get to the 25, the 20, and then boom, it's like a 5, something goes wrong, either a procedural call or a hold or something just goes wrong. Is that maybe a bit of a mental slip up, or you're starting to get confident when you get down there and then something slips up, or anything to that?
Yeah, just really overall lack of execution, and that's been a point that Coach Jones has stressed to the team and obviously to us as an offensive staff, is we got to score points, touchdowns in the red zone and not just field goals. And it's an overall execution. It's, us up front with, like you said, whether it be a penalty, may it be a quarterback running back exchange, the number of things that have occurred down there, which you're exactly right, which, the urgency level's got to be that much greater, and realize we got to capitalize on the field position we have in those situations where we've got to come away with 6.
All right, Coach, what did you think of Brett Kendrick on Saturday?
He improved from Arkansas State to Alabama for sure. He's been doing things, as I've stated the last, I don't know how many weeks, about how well he's been practicing. It was good to see from his standpoint that has paid off. He played faster. He did a better job of snapping and clearing if something didn't go as well. But as always, and it's across the board for the guys, is always improving technically. You look at things and, things that you practice and work on, and you get in the game, and sometimes that stuff tends to get out the window. Not on purpose, it's one of those things you don't realize you did it. And then you see it on film and you go, oh, it's little things. Hands being tighter, elbows being in, pad level being lower, finishing blocks more, just things like that. Just a lot of technical things to clean up, which as a group we got to do as well, but he definitely made strides. I was encouraged by his play.
All right, Coach.